Hi Scorpio, welcome to Told Us Love. If this is your first time here, I hope you like and subscribe. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I took like a day off from readings. A good chunk of it was because my Cancer reading literally took like 48 hours to upload. It just wouldn't upload. And I kept thinking like, maybe this is a sign to just throw this reading out and do it another one, but I stuck with it and I ended up uploading it last night. So it's so hit or miss sometimes with the uploading on YouTube for me. So if you're waiting for a video and you haven't seen anything, there's a good chance it's just taking forever to upload. Scorpio, I hope you're doing well. This is for Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you have a bunch of Scorpio in your chart, I'm gonna start including this with my intro. If you'd like to hear more or you'd like your own personal reading, my contact info is in the description box. I love getting the emails asking for readings and the emails, like the whole whopping 3 that I've gotten, but I'm starting to advertise that. See what happens if I push it along. All right, Scorpio. This is moving around back here. It's just maybe something's distracting you. I always try to connect what's going on with the reading and what I'm like thinking about when I'm shuffling and what's happening. For whatever reason, one phrase kept popping in my head. Scorpio. Oh, Empress at the bottom of the deck here. Was high as hell. Maybe it was hot as hell. I thought I was hearing like high as hell. Someone is high as hell. And then I started thinking this is like a couple who gets high as hell together, whatever high as hell means to you. If it's getting stoned together, if it's something led me to believe that this was something stronger than marijuana. Like it was, this is going to sound really bizarre and specific, but this is what I was thinking about. It's like older style hippie type substances or experiences, like something with like maybe acid or laughing gas or something that is not, was something that was considered like a hippie LSD, something old style that you and someone do now, Scorpio. It could very well be making like pot brownies, because that's like something that is from the 60s, or you'd know about it in the 60s. But so edibles fall into this and under that, but like for instance, to me, I wouldn't like, I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it at that. However it resonates, if it resonates for you, Scorpio. You are my first reading in like 48 hours, my first of the day. This is gonna be ripping. Let's get it going. Scorpio, I hope you're happy, healthy, and well. I'm about to get more snow up here in Massachusetts, and I think all of New England is at that point in the winter where we're just like, it's not over yet. Like I thought the last one was the last one. I just started thinking about like maybe something about the weather. The weather could be affecting your mood, Scorpio. Like it hasn't been very sunny around here lately, and I feel like maybe there's a Scorpio out there who's like, even this snowstorm is feeling like depressed that it's gonna be cold again. You can't go outside again. I can't be outside. I have to. And a card just came out after I said that, so that leads me to believe that the cards were waiting until I said that. Holy moly. That was like a firework or a fountain. So I saw the Empress. I love when I do that in these readings, and I wonder if people go like, oh, what'd you see, girl? I saw the Empress and showed the Empress at the beginning, and I said something about doing this with your partner, and now we have the Emperor at the bottom in reverse. With the star reversed behind it, that's Aquarius energy, and the Emperor is Aries energy. Okay, so there were 4 cards here and I didn't know that. Maybe someone here is good at hiding things or hiding. Ooh, this is interesting. This is how I was looking down and seeing it, and this was hidden behind it. Maybe someone is I'm even hearing trying to fix their wounds by watching tarot readings, or has gotten into the occult and tarot and astrology and like mysticism and magic as a whole because of, oh man, I see this really clearly now here too, because the 8 of Wands is here next, which is a communication card next to this 9 of Wands. I just got bullied. Someone used to get bullied a lot. Some mean, terrible things have been said to you, Scorpio, or your person. And maybe I'm even hearing like this might not even have been at school. You might have been bullied by your own bloody parent. Yeah, like a father figure. Or an absentee father who wanted to be the star, wasn't ready. I'm hearing like someone who wasn't even ready to be a father, really, but I think society's view of the modern family today is so much different than when my parents were getting together in the early 80s. Like, there was a cookie cutter. You popped out of high school, and if you didn't go to college, you got married and started a family. And when you think about that and how many people in the 70s and 80s just popped out of high school, maybe then just popped out of college, if not, but were legit starting families in their early to mid 20s. Imagine how many people, like, look around at your friends who are in, or think about yourself when you were in your early 20s to mid 20s. I think about like where my parents were at my age. At my age now, they would have had 2 kids. I'm like, society and culture has changed a long way. So the point I'm going with this is, I feel like this is someone who was kind of like, maybe someone got pregnant and that was kind of like, they had to do what people would call the right thing back then in the like 70s, 80s, 90s, even get married. Maybe pressure from your family, like not wanting a child out of wedlock. Again, this goes back to something about societal and cultural standards that don't really apply too much today, because I mean, there's the modern family. But this, I hear, or I'm feeling, was someone who's kind of pushed into parenthood, or became a parent maybe unexpectedly, or their person was like, oh yes, because that Empress card is pregnant. I'm just hearing that too. Someone must have gotten pregnant, or an shotgun wedding, some shit like that. And this, to me, the male figure here, the masculine, was not ready to give up being like the star of the show, whatever the star of the show means. Maybe they were very attractive. Maybe they had a lot of great talents. Maybe they would go and actually perform and put on shows. But they weren't ready to give up that to be a father. And I feel like somehow with that, this is where these verbal wounds came from. This just became so sad for me. I mean, it's been sad as I'm saying it. The last card here that I haven't even pointed out is the King of Pentacles reverse, which is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Wow, I just noticed this goes 8, 9, 10. Maybe those were the key years that something was said or things were said, or maybe this has been going on for 8 to 10 years, or you've been holding on to these wounds for 8 to 10 years. Maybe you were 18 when something happened. 8 to 10 years. 10 would be in the Scorpio. Maybe someone's born October 8th. Maybe something happened between August and October. 8, 9, 10. Someone's could be born like October 89, October 98. Something happened in timing, like a divine timing. It was, you know, some people, I mean, I'm opening up a can of worms by saying these things. And I'm looking at the King of Pentacles and I'm hearing like, bitch, just keep your mouth shut. But I've heard the saying, because I'm not a parent, but I have heard people say that like becoming a parent kind of forced them to grow up. And in some respects, like becoming a father or a mother, like was one of the best things that happened, because it slowed them the F down and made them focus on something and someone other than themselves. For whatever instance, I feel like this is a parental figure that did not have that experience when they became a parent. It slowed them down, and it pissed them off that they were no longer the star of the show, or could no longer be a star and just be independent and do what they were wanted. It's like they had responsibilities now and someone they had to take care of, and someone they had to give money to, and this was like a pissed off, I'm feeling masculine figure. And I just feel, Scorpio, this was either you or who you're dealing with that was like on the end of like, I'm feeling like verbal abuse growing up, like for shit you didn't even do, just because you existed. The funny thing is that this randomly popped in my head right before I started this reading, and now I'm realizing may have been why it popped into my head. But I recently read like a meme or a saying on Instagram that was saying like, my mother always told me, you can pick the father of your children, but your children can't pick their father, so choose wisely. Maybe this wasn't a wise decision somewhere, and because it wasn't, it was like, unfortunately, the outcome, the offspring, carried or dealt the blows and burdens of like existing. I'm hearing they dealt with, wow, this sounds terrible. It's like they had to deal with being their parents' like reason for stopping, for no longer being the star. Someone had to carry being told like, yeah, I mean, if I weren't here, I'd be doing this, or I would have been doing that, and I would have had this much money, and Scorpio. Makes me want to pop in the nose whoever used to talk to you this way, or talk around you like this, or whomever. There may have been some physical abuse here too. These are not the readings I go looking for, but when they pop out, man, I feel like, shit, do I keep going with what I'm saying? Like, because some of this looks, I can't even get the words out. It's like nasty to me. Someone has had to pay for like, is literally paying for, or has had to literally pay for like therapy for things that they dealt with as a child or when they were younger. And it was just, this may have been a relationship, maybe Scorpio, maybe this was like a partner to you who like was not very nice, was like verbally and maybe sometimes physically abusive. But to me, again, this something translates here to going back to like some sort of masculine figure who gosh, I'm just hearing like should have been like teaching the ways, should have been like showing guidance and what to do, and instead they were either so wrapped up with themselves, either communicating with other people, trying to chase tail, trying to just like do whatever they could to deal with the fact that they didn't want to be in the situation that they were in. And in the process, people got hurt. Things were said that were like very hurtful. I'm like seeing two people going by. I like need a drink right now. Not like a drink, like a sip of coffee. Probably one of those after this. Whew. Gotta get myself situated here. I see two people like going back and forth, fighting. This could be, if it's not a paternal figure and it's like your person, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, however it resonates, it was like fighting online, fighting over texting, maybe fighting online, but I meant like fighting over texting. One person like can hold their own, really like says things right back. Like these two people go at it, tit for tat. Maybe this is like a child and a parent now, like tit for tat. You go back and forth. This person was shown by the best how to be an asshole and a bitch because they grew up around it and were treated terrible. You may have a sibling, even Scorpio, where one was treated better than the other, or you at least felt that way. And I feel like this is the Scorpio who I'm resonating with, was the one who was on like the shorter end of the stick. Look, she's not even getting as much, and she has to wait until this other one who's already gotten more is getting their gift first. Maybe this was divided attention. Maybe it wasn't even a sibling. Maybe it was a person's friends there. Maybe it was a half sibling. You noticed like your parent seemed to be giving more to this other sibling? Someone here like trying to do everything they can to like make someone proud and make someone happy. Like she just wants like to be the one that's focused on, you know what I mean? Someone just wants the focus. Okay, Scorpio, however this resonates too, like someone was constantly juggling too. This was the person who I was saying was like, instead of teaching and being a good paternal figure, good just human being in general, they were always too concerned about the next thing, and a big chunk of it was chasing women specifically and trying to talk to other women. And maybe this was the fighting that could have gone on in the house around you, like someone was communicating or spending too much time with other people or other situations and not giving enough to their priorities, I'm hearing. So there was a lot of, I feel like someone could have been cheated on several times by like the same person. I almost just said Gemini, so maybe you're dealing with the Gemini, Scorpio. But the first thing I'm seeing is like, see that person staring down at the 3 cups? And then there's the 3 of cups with 3 women, and it's 3 cups, literally, almost upside down with these. So this is someone who, this could be a spouse who knew that these other cups existed, because the person was constantly looking on for the next. This person has their back to the home, outside on the balcony, sneaky texting, trying to talk to someone else and not get caught. That's what I'm seeing. And this is why, like, someone's kind of looking like kind of foolish, I'm feeling. I don't want to say the word that came to my head, but this is someone who is holding on to a person who is this is like their pattern. They keep their options open. They walk around acting like they have the shit and they're single. They have their shit. Yeah, like their shit is together and they're single. They keep their options open. They keep people wanting them. This could have been the father figure, Scorpio. Or this is you now, maybe, because you grew up in this pattern and you think that this is what is quote unquote, I don't want to say normal, but it's just kind of ingrained in you that you're like, you might not even know you're repeating a cycle, but you're repeating something. And people are being kept in the dust, hidden, that I'm just hearing that you're not acting faithful, that someone's not acting faithful. Oh my gosh, and here's the Fool card right behind the Queen of Pentacles. So either they've tried to keep it as things secret, or maybe someone has known here that there was juggling going on. But I just see this is someone who may have not been ready to commit, may have been forced kind of into a shotgun wedding because there was a pregnancy, obviously, because that's a shotgun wedding. And because they like never even wanted to do this to begin with, but were kind of forced into it, it's like they had more than one foot out of this family and relationship most of the time. It's like this is like you've led the horse to water, and the horse is like, all right, I don't want to take a sip, but I'll take a sip. It's like they don't want to be doing this, even though it's a healthy thing to do. I don't know if that makes sense. Please tell me if it does. This is so... I already saw the Two of Cups too. So seems specific and broad at the same time. And I saw the Seven of Wands too. I don't have any Scorpio in my chart. So I'm just, in these readings, like winging it from what I'm seeing. Queen of Swords, that's air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune again. So it's upright here and it's in reverse here. I'm going to wrap up this. And then followed by the Hermit, Virgo energy. Seven of Wands, reverse, and then the Two of Cups. I feel like a relationship here has gotten better with time, or got better with time. Maybe someone here, and maybe it's the parental figure, needed to grow up, and they finally did do some growing up. Focusing on what was more important, and I'm hearing like it's about time. Like, this is that person on the land who was looking at the Three Cups pushed over at the shore. And this is the person who had caused those Three Cups to be knocked over. And this person sad. This is them coming back from wherever they were and doing whatever the heck they were doing, or whoever they were doing. This is them coming back, being like, I'm ready for this. Let's make this work. Someone let their guards down. It was like the fighting stopped. There was communication. It's like there was communication. It might have been tough, like still like kind of non-emotional, kind of tough communication, but it wasn't hurtful communication anymore. Like there was nobody... Gosh, I'm seeing the same cards again. There was nobody here being like hurt or fighting. Wow. The Lovers, that's Gemini energy again. The Three of Cups reversed. And I was just saying those 3 cups that were knocked over by the water. And I had said those were the 3 cups from gallivanting around with other females. Females. And then fighting about that they were doing this. It's like someone, I'm hearing, like, wanted to have their cake and eat it too. But this is, I think, the decision, because it is a card of decision, to come back and say, all right, it's almost like I got that out of my system. I got my, like, Page and Knight of Wands energy out of my system, which is being kind of non-committal and just looking to have, like, casual fun out there. Someone went off, did what they needed to do, and is ready to come back more grown up, more evolved from when the first time you met them or saw them. So this is the Knight that is the evolution above the Page. So this is what they were like when they were younger, when they weren't ready for this. If this is the father figure, whatever, but then there was this evolution of them and their relationship, and it's like they were able to either come back and be more stable and focused on other people and things other than you, other than themselves, Scorpio. Or if this was a person you were dealing with, however this resonates, maybe it was a Gemini. It's like, this is how you knew them before, and this is how they're coming back around now. They've grown up. They've evolved. They're a step below the King or Queen of Cups. That's someone who's evolved, I just keep hearing. Growing up, as I was even saying, like, has left that Page or Knight of Wands energy where they're kind of led by their nether regions. And it's like, I just feel someone, maybe someone was looping back and looking back at who had their back, even when they were doing them dirty, or maybe not even being the best to them. But Scorpio, someone here is looking back and thinking like, wow, that one was a real one, and I did not treat them the way that they deserved to be treated. This could have been that paternal father figure looking back at his life and being like, I was stupid and I was disrespectful, and maybe there's this overflowing of like wanting to make things right and wanting to correct the past, making up for lost time, making up for being an asshole when you were a kid. Someone's weight could have been made fun of. I just keep hearing, sadly. And that affects a kid a lot for like the rest of their life. If you fuck with someone's commenting on their weight, whether you're saying it's good or bad, you're constantly told you look good and you have a perfect weight or whatever when you're a teenager into like you're 18, 19 years old, and then your body starts to change. That will mess with someone. The Judgment card. So we've seen the Wheel of Fortune here twice, which is 10, and 10 and 10 is 20. And now we have actually 20, the Judgment card. So this tells me that, like, this actually makes me do think that this is something from the past, Scorpio. If this is a, fudge, I'm going past 30 minutes. This is someone in the past that you may have walked away from, like, maybe they, however it resonates, if it's a paternal figure or if it's a relationship, however it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs. Someone communicated that what they were looking for, and what they were looking for was stability, a marriage. Maybe not even a marriage, but like a commitment. Like, I want to be committed, starting an empire, which will grow towards a family and getting a house and all these things. And someone was not interested in that, didn't have it in them. Maybe this is that person that I said evolved from a Page to a Knight, kind of got that out of their system and is going from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. I feel like someone in the past was not ready for a commitment. Maybe they just weren't old enough, or they just weren't ready. And like I said, this person who had to go out and get stuff out of their system, maybe this was a person, Scorpio, that I still want to go out and gallivant around and look hot and meet new people and have different experiences. I'm not ready to commit with love. I can't give you what you're looking for, which is a committed partner and or a serious relationship. Which one was on top? I think it's this one. And now it's like they've come back around, because the 10 was the completion of that cycle or that part of your life. This may have been the person who, again, even the parental figure, who was kind of was acting childish while he had children and did their own growing up during that cycle to 10. And now you're at 20, and it's, I think, to me, this has shifted more to be about a relationship, and this is about someone making the decision to either reach out and start again to get to 20, to start a cycle, give it another chance, or having to make the decision, do I want to even give this another chance? Maybe this is someone who has finally come back around and there's a need to make a decision. Like, listen, you couldn't give me what I wanted before because you wanted to go out and sow your wild oats, which is understandable. You do you, boo. But I had to live with the heartbreak and the wounds after that, after you went off and did your thing. And now you want to come back around and say, like, I've grown up. I've always been in love with you. I want to be with you. I want to commit to you. I feel like this is what's going on right now for someone out there. Please let me know. I actually just heard about the meaning of this card in a reading last night. Page of Pentacles reverse. This is another evolution of Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. I feel like, and the Emperor's there in reverse. I feel like this is someone who's going to say, I've worked on myself. This person's watered these plants. She made them grow. And this is someone saying, I've done this to myself. I've been healthier. I've worked on myself. I'm not indecisive or in my head anymore. Someone's saying, like, I want to either try again, or I want to fix what went wrong and strengthen our bond. If it's a parental figure, if it's a relationship, again, I have this feeling of like someone trying to say, I've come in, I've grown up. The High Priestess reverse, that's Pisces energy. And I feel like, Scorpio, this is whomever that was left in the dust in the past now being indecisive. Someone not being able to forget the stuff that went on in the past. These are two shady looking cards. Some shady shit went down here. And I feel like the High Priestess upright would be following her intuition. She would know things, truths about people and situations intuitively, and because she's smart and nosy and she goes on the internet and she knows what to do. But there's a whole lot of like intuition going on here, like downloads from the universe, whatever, someone just knowing things. And the fact that it's in reverse, this to me speaks where it's like, I don't know if I want to open this again. I don't know. I just thought like someone's intuition feels messed up. Like I'm seeing a compass spinning. It's like they don't know. They don't know if they should give this another chance, because it was very unhealthy, and I'm hearing like one way in the past, and someone was very depleted and lost a lot of their energy and their feelings of self-worth because of what happened here in the past and the damage and the wounds that they've carried around. And it's like, it's almost triggering, I feel like, when you hear from this person, Scorpio, because it's gonna bring back like the things that happened in the past that were really hurtful and like really were detrimental to your self-esteem and self-worth. So now you're like, God darn, like I don't even know what my intuition wants me to do now. I might title this like Indecisive to try. Indecisive to let them back in, indecisive to refriend or rekindle. I don't even know. But Scorpio, if it makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't, check out your other videos. I was gonna say other readings. Have a good one. Bye.